Everybody, thank you so much because you have just tuned in to Real Labs right here on Real Radio 104.1, the voice that you are hearing. I'm your host today, Mr. James Yan, comedian extraordinaire and the artist formerly known as the host of The Lowdown. But I got something coming soon that might get me canceled, so stay tuned. I'm enjoyed in virtual studio with some very good friends of mine. First, the man, the myth, the guy that helped start all this hilarity 7 years ago, Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. That's right, baby. That's right.
What up, James? James, what can you tell the people about this project that you've got coming up? 'Cause I
Okay,
want
here
to tell them everything. Because,
I
guys,
know.
heads up, I know. And some of it, I'm like, oh, that's great.
Oh, this gonna
Like,
be great.
It's great
oh,
when you
that,
like to watch something burn in. It's like watching a car accident.
yeah.
You know,
This,
nothing's better than watching a car accident in front of you. It's amazing because you ain't in it. That's how.
this is like when you found out your homeboy was going to be on Jackass. You're like, what are they going to have you do? You're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
You're not going to heal from this.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
What
gonna
can you
leave a
what
mark.
can you what can you tell the people? Here, I'll try to throw it out there and you kind of hot and cold me. Can you
Okay.
tell the people what kind of show it's gonna be?
Yeah. Actually, it's going to be a social trivia game. I think we
Social
can call
trivia
it
game.
that. Social
Social
trivia.
trivia.
Yeah. It's
All right.
going to be fun playing it because we've done a couple of test runs and
It's gonna be fun playing it. You're like hosting it.
yeah.
Woo!
It, it's going to be a little controversy as far as the name, which we won't mention, but I'm
Okay,
trying.
help me with this. Help me with this.
Mhm.
On a scale of 1 to man, what the hell? Where are you with the name?
Okay, on a
And remember, guys, these are working. Here's the thing: working titles don't necessarily
No.
mean
It ain't
that
working.
it's a
It
show.
ain't working.
But this one,
It ain't working. I don't care what you tell me.
without knowing the name, guys. Let me just tell you, it
Mm,
seems like this is the name they're going with, and we're not going to say the name. But
we're not
James,
gonna say it.
scale of 1 to
Uh,
what the hell's going on?
on a scale from 1 to Spike Lee's Bamboozled, we are a Tyler Perry movie. Is that pretty much?
Does the NAACP when you gave the name, were they like, oh no, no?
They immediately said, "Give me your black card." No, give it. Go sit down. Go sit down.
Go sit down. Go sit. You sit with Kanye. You go sit with Kanye right now. You think about what you're doing.
Think about what you did. What is wrong with you?
They're like it's an Afrocentric, African American hosted and run game show.
Mhm.
Ooh, and then they heard the name and they hit it with the Paula Abdul. They were like, "You took 2 steps forward, you took 2 steps back."
Bro, when I told them the title, they took my black card and gave it back to Clarence Thomas. That's how bad, that's how bad this is, bro.
It got like the reviews is like the Ku Klux Klan says, amazing title. Amazing.
I was trying to when he told me the name. I thought to myself, all right, if I was trying to offend people with titles, like what
Mm.
titles would I come up with to be
Mhm.
worse than this one? And I was thinking fun with Nazis, maybe.
Yeah. Welcome to the Heinrich Himmler Hour. These are my Himmlets. These people on this side of the audience are people who love the Messerschmitt. On today's guest, another Aryan person who's better than everyone. Welcome to the Himmler Hour. You know?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it literally, and guys, I want to let you know while you listen to this, I will say this. It's not something like offensive where you're like, that's evil. It's just
Yeah.
like, no, that can't be the name of
Is that
something.
really? Okay, let me give you the names that got shot down.
Who names that got shit? Hey, first of all, we got just you see earlier. That's Jeff Coppin with us from
Oh,
Coppin
I'm so
and
sorry.
Lynn.
So,
No, we
yeah.
got into fun. We got in fun.
Yeah.
Coppin was with me yesterday. We did some shows out in the New Smyrna. It was a blast. But before
Yes.
we got to keep the momentum, James. Give me some of the names that
They got shot down.
They got shot down.
Now, keep in mind, at first we were going to allow people to participate, contestants to come on the game, and they can be all ethnicities. And we were going to call the game show "Win Your Black Card."
Win your black card.
Oh.
That's win your black card.
Yes.
That was,
Yes.
guys, that was one of the titles that was shot down. not without like them being like, "This is fire." Okay, this is fire. This pitch meeting must have been great. Like, James, glad you're here. Everybody, glad you're here.
Mhm.
Got some bangers for a title over here.
Ooh.
First one we want to run with: win your black card. Win your black card.
Is that for like non-black people, like Puerto Ricans and white guys can win a black card?
It was that was going to be the original vision. Yes, yes.
To win your black card?
Mm.
That's man. That's
I think we should come up with some good ones for that one. For example, think about it. Am I black enough? I mean, there's so many different things you could come that could be even least offensive than the name they chose. So I'm trying to figure out just ones right below it. That didn't make the cut.
Good Lord.
I can just imagine Dr. King getting his briefing in heaven. Like, good news, we've got more black television shows than ever. Oh, that's amazing. We got a black television show that's a game show where black people and white people together. Oh, like the dream when they were walking up the hill. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dr. King, cool. What's it called? And then he's like, man, what the Malcolm, you hear this? Go, Malcolm, you hear this?
Bro, we talked people out of that and said, let's go a different direction.
And you got to tiptoe. Let me tell you this. You got to tiptoe where you work, because we know we've discussed this before.
Yes.
You work for both me and you work for eccentric millionaires.
We do. We both of us do.
Both of us work for eccentric millionaires, and both of us have to have those moments when we're like, "Hey, boss." And then, your boss is like fired up, like, what do you think of the title, James? That's pretty
I'm
good,
like,
huh?
And I'm just staring there with my eyes big, like, hey, he's serious. Oh, you're not joking.
You ever realize when people do that, when they say stuff to you and they're dead on serious and you're looking at them going,
oh, he's not breaking.
You gotta do the dog head turn. And then you got some D-riders, I bet, at your job. They're like, boss, what a title.
Yep.
What a title. Phenomenal.
Yes. You're amazing.
Yeah. He did
Thanks
it again.
for the raise.
He did it
He
again.
did it again. Yeah, he did it again.
Oh, you brilliant. Hercules.
This is better than his last show called The Good Hair Hour. Welcome, I'm Sean Lees. Welcome to the Good Hair Hour. Today we got Nico. He got some Navajo in him. Ooh, boy, you got good hair. Thank you.
Bro. He had another show that was going to come out. It's going to be a 2-person show. It was called I'm Well Spoken. It was going to be a...
No, you're not. Boy, boys and girls. I imagine them being like, this is a good pitch right here. No, because the well-spoken ones I'm less scared of. One walked right up to my car door, and I had the gat ready, but I was...
Yeah, I barely maced him. Yeah, he was good. He's a good one.
I was like, no, sir, I don't want to buy any of these pies to support your basketball. And he was like, no, buddy, I was just going to let you know your tire is low. I'm a doctor.
Oh, you mean like Dr. J? You're an
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pick my beats, Dr. Dre? I don't like it.
We passed on the other show called No You Didn't. We just
that one's a little too well.
No, you didn't. I'll tell you what, that actually would be catchy. Man, you see this show? No, you didn't. I love that show.
Yeah,
no, you didn't. That was the working title for To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
See, that means it's still on the table.
Oh man, I just sent a text. I said, "Hey, you didn't read the rest of the message." I said, "I'm gonna come over there and get with your 12-year-old behind because you need guidance and a role model to keep you safe." Chris Hansen's dope.
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite, man. Like, To Catch a Predator is a horrible show because it's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, you're watching disgusting human beings.
It's no worse than crime dramas.
But it's horrible because you're actually watching a real dude who was coming over there.
It's like candid camera with perverts.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Horrible. Like,
the dude kind of walks in the door and he's got that look on his face, and you think there's no way this guy's real. That's what makes it funny. The guy comes in with teddy bears and like candy.
The worst part is this guy is real, and you're like, laughing as he's running around. They got the Benny Hinn music. Gets maced and tasered.
And the cops are like,
yeah.
I'm just wondering how many are smart enough to go, we're not doing this. It's the guy who sits down and goes, yeah, we can talk about this.
Oh my God. But the thing is, I had heard a rumor. You guys tell me if I misheard it. The guys on that show didn't get arrested. Is that true?
No, in the very beginning, the first episode of it that they ran, they didn't arrest people because they weren't teamed up with the law enforcement. So when they started running it, the running it as a TV show, because the first episode was like 60 Minutes or 2020
Mhm.
Dateline. It was Dateline, and so it was an episode on Dateline. And the first time they did it, they weren't working with law enforcement and stuff. They were just exposing child predators.
Okay.
So after that episode ran, they got in touch with law enforcement and a couple other people like, hey, if you guys are going to continue doing this, we want to work in conjunction with you so that there's some sort of legal repercussions for this. And
Got
then
it.
entered the cop with the ghillie suit. My favorite cop on any of these shows is the dude outside in the front lawn that tackles you with a ghillie suit. Like you walked in there with to hook up with a kid, and it wasn't like you were walking in and you were like, yo, I gotta watch out for counter snipers. Like you had no plan that the bush, not only was the kid you talking to a police officer, but the bush you flicked your cigarette into was a
Ooh.
corporal in the Tacoma police force.
Ooh.
And I love this part though. Usually, I'll be honest, there are a lot of times when I see like cops do like real violent takedowns, and I'm always like, damn, I wonder if that was necessary. On To Catch a Predator, whether the dude
Mm.
was about to surrender or not, I love when he gets spear tackled. When he gets
Bro,
spear tackled and dropped to the ground, I'm like, yes,
bro, I
knee
was
him in the
expect,
ribs.
bro, when he hit him hard, I expected the cop to get up and be like, Jack Johnson, cornerback tackle, Utah.
He's a quarterback tackle. Our team only got 7 people. I'm a quarterback and a tackle. It's hard. Dog, I'm the kicker and the coach. Come here. I'm running a flea
That was a
flicker.
crazy, crazy time to have that on TV. That was wild, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if we
man.
can still do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Catch
could do it, but the host, he's out.
Yeah.
Chris
Remember what
Hansen,
happened to him? I forgot what did he do again? He get
Well,
caught
I
he
know.
fell
cheating
from
or something?
grace.
What happened?
He had some financial like discrepancy stuff happen where it was like writing bad checks. I know that too. Which
Oh,
you don't know how that predator money comes in, man. It might be 90-day net. What if he gets paid?
Wow.
What if he gets paid per predator he catches? And after a while, he's just hurt.
Wow.
He's just riding around in his car smoking a cigarette. Like that dude looks like a pervert. Hey, come
Bro.
here, come here. Show
Bro.
me your phone. I'm Chris Hansen. Show me your phone. I come up with $1,600 in the next hour. They're gonna tow my car.
Bro, that show was so great. They started making parody sketches of it. I don't know who did it. I don't know if it was Funny or Die or SNL, but they had Catch a Predator. And when you opened the door, it was the actual predator. Like,
Yeah.
like aliens or something. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You're like, you Judah. Be cool. Speak a little of this.
but he was really there for the kid too. They're like, if you're
Yeah.
trying to talk to him.
Lower the AC. I'm gonna hide from him.
Oh, you're gonna love this. You know why the show got canceled?
No.
Why?
Because they had a little controversy because one of the people who got caught killed himself. And that somehow offended people.
Well, we could have just had a whole spin-off. Caught the predator.
Yeah.
Wow.
Done.
Done. Yeah, it's called Done.
I mean, can you
Yeah.
imagine people go, yeah, I know he used to like to sleep with kids, but he still. Oh, is there anything worse?
Yeah,
No.
he's like, yo. And then you think about it too, man. Like he kills himself, and that ghillie suit cop runs in the room. Like, I got you. Oh no. Damn it. Damn it. It's too
I
late.
didn't think you can move that fast in a ghillie suit.
What if,
but
what if the
they
ghillie
can.
suit guy shows up at the funeral and still tackles him again? Like,
The tree, yeah, they're walking the thing. What if this too? What if one day they have a meeting and they're like, "Hey, man, real quick, man, Torres, I need you to chill it out with that ghillie suit tackle." He's like, "Oh, I'm not ghillie suit guy. That's Andres." Andres is like, "No, that's Johnson." Johnson's like, "I thought it was Smith." And the ghillie suit guy's like, "I don't work for y'all. I just, I just love this suit." Ah!
I've been hanging out in this front yard for 3 weeks now.
All right.
You just happen to do your show here.
all right, guys, on that note, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We take a short break. Y'all tune in and don't go anywhere. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Thank you so much. You are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James John. I'm joined in virtual studio with some really good friends of mine and fellow comedians, Miguel Colon Jr. and Mr. Jeff Kaufman, who saved my life the other day, and I just got to shout him out. As you guys all know, we lead some pretty busy lives. We're all working jobs where it's usually all day. Miguel, you are at the castle, you are doing things, and it's not an 8-hour job. It's I leave when the work is done, right? Like
Yeah,
you
I
just
stay
can't
there.
run out.
I stay there 3 nights a week now because it's just
Damn.
easier than driving home that late. Because coming
Jesus,
home that
brother.
late, I was just like, man, it's too late. It's foggy out there.
Yep.
I've been riding a couple. In Florida, we don't have big deer, like so they're not as scary as like when you're up north and you see these big ass deer just running across the street. But we got deer that are enough of a problem. And now I've been coming home. When it was coming home late, there'd always be like two deer like staring on the side of the road, and they
Mm-hmm.
look like they've been through it. And I don't know if this like, yeah, let's end it. Like they both are just. I can tell both of them are sitting there smoking cigarettes. They got their
Yeah.
combat action ribbon on their jacket, and he's just like. He's just looking at his buddy. They're just sharing a square, staring at me, and I can tell one of them's like, "Man, maybe I'll come back as a puppy." You know?
Del Bambi, I love them.
Yeah.
All right.
The problem with that movie Bambi is, oh, garbage. The father never comes back. The father never comes back. I've been alive 6 seasons. You think
That's
I have?
right.
You think I don't know a little thing?
I think it too. I'll tell you, kid, what I
Yeah.
know. All
I'll
right.
tell you what
Also,
I
we're
know.
joined in the studio with my fellow comedian, Mr. Jeff Kaufman, like I said, and he saved my life the other day because I was getting to this. The fact that we work so many jobs, we work so long. I mean, I was doing some crazy stuff the other day. I went to work on Thursday and I went to my first show at Dr. Phillips at the board teachers tour. Then I ran over, not literally run because I ain't running nowhere. I went over to the show after that, All for the Money with Jeff Kaufman, Miguel Colon Jr., and Ken Miller. And then we hang out that night very late. I get up in the morning, I work out at 5 o'clock in the morning. I got like 3 hours of sleep. I go to work. After that, I drive to St. Augustine with my good friend Jeff Kaufman. I'm pretty tired at this point. We do a show. We both have really great sets, and I'm driving home. Now, the ride home is about 2 hours. I literally had to fight 12 rounds with sleep to stay awake. And thank God Jeff Kaufman was there because I would have been in a ditch off an overpass. Y'all would have been singing at my funeral right now because, bro.
You would have just sleep drove straight into a Taco Bell. Your body would have taken over and be like, James is shutting down. What does he need? I know what he needs. Baja Blast. Let's get it.
True that, bro. I don't know what's in Baja Blast, but I'm pretty sure it's legal cocaine.
When you would have got tired, the diabetes would have started whispering, I think he needs a little more sugar. Don't you agree, Hot? All right. Listen. No, BD's not again.
Oh, no, stop.
That foot will be mine, James. That foot will be mine.
Listen, I was tired too, but the horror of watching him drive kept me up.
Yeah, it did.
He kept, when you slowly are moving towards that concrete median, it was like every 2 seconds. And then we get home. I'm like, okay, we're almost home. And there's a stoplight. James is Mr. Magoo in it through this stop sign. I'm like, and I never call anybody out. I'm a last minute call out. I won't go, hey, but we're halfway under this light. I'm like, stop.
Yeah, thank God.
I'd have gone the other way. I said, punch it. We're all in. Thelma and Louise style, James.
I just heard this whisper as I approached the red light. It said, sweet release.
Yeah. I just looked over and it was Nana, is that you? Come on, baby. You ain't got to cook for nobody where we're going. Come on. Nana, is that you and a T-Rex? James, it's not so bad. And for the record, I am not the relative of a chicken. I'm a monster creature. Nana, is that you? God. Michelle, what are you doing? Oh, baby, I come here every now and then. I'm still alive. I just be jumping world from worlds.
Oh, man. So thank you, Mr. Kaufman. Appreciate you, brother, so much, man. And thank you for coming out and doing.
Did you have one of those like moments where you even knew James, where you were like, oh, I'm about to kill us both?
Yep. I did. And we were in Orlando. I had about 22 minutes to go. I'm like, man, Lord.
I said, bite the steering wheel. Do what you got to do.
Bro, it was bad. And my wife keeps laughing at me because I do this all the time now because we get so busy. But I'm blessed to be able to do all these different things I do love at the same time. But my wife keeps reminding me, I am not 21 anymore where I can do this for 2 weeks straight and be fine. Like, you guys want to go party now? Like, bro, I cannot do what I used to do. It's crazy.
Yeah. I went with you. I went with you because, I knew you were going. And I said, hey, I'll drive with you. Because I knew that's a long drive. You said, oh, I'm going up and back. I said, you know what? I'll do it with you. I got 5. He goes, you'll do about 10 minutes. I get there. They go, you got 5. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. I feel like, what was that? The Muppets where what's his name has, they go, it's a 3.5 hour extravaganza. You got 2 minutes.
Yeah, the Eagle. Yeah. The 3D Muppet Show. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you got 2 minutes. I can make it work. Yeah. Yeah. And that'll happen sometimes in comedy. You'll go there to do a guest spot because you're trying out to be employed by that club. And they'll be like, oh, you get 15 when you get here. And when you show up, they're like, you got 3, kid. You got to make that stuff work.
Take them pants off. Let me see that thing. You
Put
want
it
to
on-
work this club? Let me see how that hog hangs, honey.
Put
You're
it
like
on the glass.
crying. It's like the movie Fame when she's taking
Yeah.
picture. You're like, and then you're just like, yo. So I'm like, you could host. I'll give you a free cheeseburger next week. That's fine. Make it jiggle.
Put them together.
Yeah. Helicopter noise now, son. Sucker.
Black
Yeah,
Hawk.
yeah. Black Hawk down. Ooh, Black Hawk up. Okay. Yeah, man.
Miguel and I had the show last night, and when I think time is something that people take in different ways. When you tell me 5, I'm like, all right, I gotta be on this. They said to me last night, they go, okay, the host is going to do 5. This guy's going to do 5. We were 45 minutes in, and the host,
No, because the host was 15. Host was 15. The other guy was 7. You were 7.
Oh, that wasn't 7. You know that they gave this guy the light. All of us were holding it. The audience was holding up their cell phones. That's how many times he'd been left.
This was you, Jeff. You ended your set, and then you didn't know you were done. And Jeff was still standing there. He didn't put like the mic up.
That's because the guy was out there smoking, probably in the back, lighting up.
He was there. He lit you, and then I was like, he didn't see it. He was like, no, he saw it. I was like, he didn't see it. And then Jeff ended the set, and he was just sitting holding the mic still. So the host was looking at me, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
I said thank you for coming, and I'm standing there.
You holding the mic still, like we're like.
Well, what do I do? Just put it and leave the stage empty?
Put the mic up. You put the mic up, and then the host knows you're done.
You're done.
Because when they see you holding the mic, they're like, "Oh, he's got something else.
He's gonna do something else." Here he goes.
I was like, I guess I'm hosting.
You should have done it, man. Should have. Oh, I was gonna bring this up real quick, man, because we're comedians. We're different sometimes when we're watching an actual comedy show. Sometimes we won't laugh when something's very funny. We'll just stop and say, "Man, that's funny. Man, was that funny?" I heard a line at my show on Saturday that it was smart, it was quick, but it was just funny and it stuck with me. The host said, "Hey guys, you know what time of year it is, right? Yeah, it's tax season. But good news, everyone's allowed to claim the Ukraine on your taxes." It's just a simple.
The host was this kid named Preach last night, and he did this great joke. He said, "Man, my buddy's all suicidal." He's like, then he goes, so I told him I'll take him to the therapist. He's like, he got in the car, he put the seatbelt on. He goes, "Oh man, you ain't serious."
Oh man, that's dark as hell, man.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Miguel had a good one last night. Miguel moved off into this girl who was like kissing her dogs and everything. And Miguel made this joke about, he goes, the dog follows the butter. You know, meaning that he's going to leave with the peanut butter. And nobody got the joke. And I'm dying in the back. See, I'm the best person to have in the back because I'm going to be clapping. I'm going to be doing.
But I love those lines like that. You see a comedian do, and everybody doesn't get it. It's almost like a little secret between you and that comedian. I love that. Like, bro,
the best though is when like about 5 to 8 seconds you've moved on to another joke, and then somebody starts busting up laughing. You're like, you got it. You got it. It took a minute. The gears, they were like figuring it out. They're basically connected it all, and then all of a sudden the Kobayashi cup fell down, and they realized that verbal is.
That's funny.
Guys are
That is so funny. Gotcha. I love the weird laugher in the crowd. Like it's like it almost sounds fake. It's so weird. Like we've had Josh Silver, fellow comedian out of Orlando. He has a very distinct laugh. It almost sounds like a small dog yipping. If I can describe that right. You remember his laugh, man?
It's like like when you hear that, you're like, shh, dogs is moving on us. They're around. I knew it. They smell the pig.
You look in the bush, clever girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's just
we had the 2 women, and this was weird because
Oh.
In the last 4 shows I've done, there's always 2 women to the far right of the stage who feel like it's their show. And they're hopping in. And I even told James that in St. Augustine, I'm going, there's these 2 girls. They're drunk. They're just annoying as hell. They're going to say some stuff. And I warned them. Yeah. And they get after James too for the whole show. Yeah. The same thing happened to Miguel and I last night. 2 girls to the far right won't shut up through the whole bit.
Crazy.
It was, I'm going, is this where they sit these people? Is this like, hey, we're going to put the 2 annoying girls right there?
The girls at our show, Miguel, we were in St. Augustine. One of the girls is so talkative and just brazen. She answers the phone
I love
during
it.
the show, and she's
What a
sitting in the
horrible,
front.
horrible
Everybody's just
person.
looking at her as she's talking,
And you
on
could
her
hear
phone.
it. I was in the
You can
back
hear
of the
it.
thing, and I could
Yeah,
hear it.
bro. And she's
She
like,
just
I'm
sitting
trying,
there
just talking on
on
the
the
phone. Like,
phone.
what are you doing? I'm trying to get laid. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
You gotta be like, give me the phone.
Give me the
Give me the phone. I want to work this. I had a girl that was texting the whole time and like laughing and everything like that. And
Mm.
I was like, and her girlfriends, this is the show I did at Snappers. And her
Okay.
girlfriends were like giving like stop, because she was just texting, she's like giggling and just looking at her phone. And when she got up to use the bathroom, I was like, yo, your friend. I was like, what's going on? She's like, she's texting some guy. And I was like, it must be hilarious. She's dying laughing. They're like, yeah. I was like, let's see. I was like, give me the phone. And they gave me the phone. And I went through and I read the text. I was reading them. And the girl sat down and she didn't immediately go for her phone, but then she was looking for it. And then I was like, here. And she turned beet red. And I read their
Ooh,
conversation back and forth. It
there
was
you
risky. It
go.
was good though. And the conversation was pretty good. It got a little, it got a little weird. I was like, almost take screenshots and forward it myself for later.
Gotcha.
So I'll
Hey,
be in that hotel just reading these, be like, yeah, girl.
hey guys, I don't want to ruin the mood and be a third wheel. I just want to hold the camera. Is that cool?
Yeah, guys.
Is that
It's
all right?
called cucking. It has a name, people. Okay. That's what that swivel chair in the hotel room's for, okay?
That's what that chair is for.
Yeah, for you to sit there and just smoke a cigarette without ashing and call shots out. You're like, spit on each other. And it's just like, you promised me. I promised nothing. Spit on each other and don't get it in the bonnets.
The bonnet.
In the bonnets. Oh.
Now, ladies, you come out. Runaway train never going back.
Oh my God.
Wrong way while I watch it. I'm texting them, bring me my tools.
That's
On
right.
a run with
Hey Miguel, real quick. The goat's hungry. What do we do?
Oh, we're gonna feed the goat. He'll eat anything. Runaway train never going back.
God, I love this.
Yeah. I like to join the search parties and look for him afterwards too. I think.
Gee. Oh, that's so dark.
Erica, we're gonna find her, ma'am. Erica.
Oh my God.
I think I heard
I
something
know.
to the left.
I don't do any
Okay.
of that.
I think I heard something to the left.
Yeah, far left, about 500 yards.
Let's go
Oh.
search.
Let's dig 200 feet down. Yeah.
This is where I
There
like
you
to
go.
just throw one of her rings somewhere and see if anybody finds it.
Oh my God.
How excited that dog is. You got a hit.
Oh my God.
I don't do that,
man.
guys, just in case you're wondering. That's just me joshing.
That's funny because Devin's listening like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, Devin Siebold's like copyright infringement. I am the Bayside Strangler. You know that.
You know that. You
The
remember
the
Miguel.
water park murderer.
The water park. Let me run this bit by you before I kill you. All right, guys, don't go anywhere.
Guy
We
walks
get
into a bar, never walks out.
out. I'll be right back. We'll all be right back right here on Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Everybody, you are still listening to Real Labs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host today, Mr. James John, joined in virtual studio with Miguel Colon Jr. and Mr. Jeff Kaufman. Want to remind you guys, if you are not following us on social media, I need you guys to do it right now. I need you to go to Instagram, Facebook, follow us, Real Labs. You can now watch us, that's right, on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and share all this hilarity so we can keep this train going. Now, I want to bring up something that I find weird, people. I remember as a kid, we always watched sci-fi movies about aliens, and we were like, man, if aliens were real, that'd be crazy. The government basically told us not too long ago that aliens were real, and nobody no one batted an eye. No one was
I'm
like, wow,
sorry,
that's
James.
amazing.
Don't you remember COVID, murder hornets, all that, man? We're done with surprises.
No
We're
more.
done
We're
with
like,
literally. President Biden could rip a mask off and he'd be a robot, and I'd be like, bro, okay, it's not all about you and Ukraine all the time. Like, there's other news stories.
there's other
Hey,
stuff.
real quick, guys, what's going on with Maui? Huh?
Yeah,
Robot?
yeah,
I wonder what's
yeah.
up with Maui, robot. And then
That's
they
right.
try to tell me what's up with Maui. I was like, I was lying.
I don't care.
I want to watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is how they got us. They're not UFOs. They're not aliens anymore. They're unidentified aerial phenomenon. Now,
Yeah.
when you take a word and you drag it out that much, we don't care. You
stop
lost me
caring.
at Ariel. I was like,
There you
you
go.
mean
Ew, why
nipples?
isn't this an emoji?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
I mean, that's what they
You're right
did to
about
us.
that.
They go, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to call them UFOs because we've been telling them there are no UFOs, but there
Mhm.
are unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh,
That is the biggest scam the government can give us. We're changing the name because then we didn't lie about it.
we
We
didn't
just
lie.
said there's no Bigfoot. There's hairy big dude. You know, it's okay. All right. There's hairy big dudes.
When if
Make it
alien,
work.
here's the thing too, like aliens, they show up. They didn't march. Do they have civil rights?
It's true.
Or yeah,
Good
or we
question.
just and you could take an alien and just be like, this is my alien, man. He's my homie. He's like, I just want to go back to Glipnart. Shut up, dog. Sit
Yeah.
down.
Get back in the car.
Give me
Let's go.
Wi-Fi, homie. Give me Wi-Fi.
Oh my God, he walks around. He has Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I was sent here as an ambassador piece from the Galacnonians. You're tall, bro. You could get up into my gutters. Hey, real quick, man, big real deal. There is a rattlesnake up there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you.
I don't know how
I got
blood
a web in
congeals.
that corner right there. Could you grab
Yeah,
that for
man.
me?
You get that real quick.
Yeah.
So, peace.
Do you,
See, I'm going to give you the legal bit about this. You're going to love this.
what illegal alien
Legal
rat-
bit's going to be legal. Here's the way this is going to work. And I love this concept. All right. Every country says they have their international waters and you
Yes.
can only have so much airspace above your home. And every country almost has so much airspace. So you can have some dude alien. He's like 200 miles up going, I do what I want to do.
Oh my
There
God!
you go.
I'm
Cloud
outside your
City,
jurisdiction.
Lando Calrissian, Cloud City. I'm going over there. I got 700 crypto crystals. I'm gonna bang me a Glapnardian. And they're like, they got their genitals on their foot. Yeah, she gonna be kicking all night.
I was surprised they never had like brothels at sea. You know, like just go 6 miles out. That's international
Wait,
water.
Wait,
Why couldn't they do that?
Let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that up. This is absolutely crazy. When I was in my economy class in college, there was a guy, and we had an assignment where we all had to make up a fake business that we wanted to try and launch and see how successful it might be. So my professor heard this one guy's pitch and thought it was so great. And he wasn't even in our class. He brought this guy into our class so we could hear the pitch. He goes, look, this is going to be a little controversial, but I think this could work. And you got to imagine, this is like 15 years
Got
ago.
this great black
black
show that I want to do on. Okay, go ahead.
No, he came up and said, bro, I want to take a cruise ship that's basically a brothel and take it into international waters. You leave, you do what you ever want to, what you want to do, and it comes back to U.S. waters. And the teacher was like, that's a brilliant idea. But he wanted to be a luxury cruise kind of ship, a nice one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just, you go out there, you spend some time with, whoever you want to, and you just come back.
Let me
Call it the Tijuana. You're in
Let me
business.
let me break you guys' hearts. This happens in fishing communities all the time, but it's not the boat. They come back to a shore location where it's just, let's say there's a restaurant in this area. And I'm talking like Alaskan crab fishing places where you have to go out.
Yeah.
There are tons of girls I know that are strippers and dancers and stuff that are like, yeah, I'm going out to Alaska to work the incoming crab season, because the guys come back. They don't stay out there.
Did you just
all
say
the
the
time.
incoming crab season?
Yes, I did. Yes,
That
I
is
did. Good
funny.
catch.
The strippers
Yeah.
are working crab season.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
just want to clear that up. Okay.
But yeah, man.
Truly.
So the girls go out to places like that and work it because those fishermen are getting paid all the time in cash.
That's
a lot
right.
of them.
That's right.
And they're coming back, and these girls and these, it's almost like you know how restaurants for spring break turn themselves into nightclubs, and you're like,
Yes.
oh, all on Daytona, this place. That's what happens, man. And the girls come back and they do that. They have gambling operations that go out there anyway for these guys to burn their money when they're coming back.
That's
And there's lots of girls I
crazy.
know that go out to stuff like that have danced at things like that before, because they just follow the money. They just like, nomadic strippers just follow the money.
So
They're like
basically-
migrant farm workers, but with their vaginas. Okay.
Well, I mean, the boobs there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the little town that's normally just like a little small fishing town, during that season though, like they'll make them like night spots when the guys come back in.
Yeah, they'll find a place that's down to play ball and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm down, man. And
Damn it.
because
the money.
I need the money, and they'll charge a cover to come in there, and then it'll be like a topless bar at night. It'll have maybe like some gambling and poker rooms set up. But yeah,
That's smart though, man. I love the
Yeah.
fact that girls like, I'm a nomad. I go where the money is.
the
Like,
nomads,
how
man.
many girls are
gypsy
like,
strippers?
bro? I know it was yesterday because guys, we record a day ahead. I bet Las Vegas is flooded with
James.
strippers.
right now, Las Vegas, if a bomb went off in Las Vegas right now, they would be identifying 900 girls named Cinnamon. It would just be
Crystal,
glitter.
Lexus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lexus,
Of course,
Crystal,
man. Of course. That's why they worry. That's why they
Sabrina.
honestly
Yeah.
they worry about sex trafficking at these events because there's a lot of
Got it.
girls out there going on their own fruition. There's a lot of girls going out there that are being forced to go out
Well,
there.
we know there's so people are aware when they think about trafficking, they normally think about kids.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That's,
You're right.
that's not the standard. Okay, the majority of trafficking is done by people running adult women. Like, for example, a pimp could be considered a trafficker. And that's why a lot of these guys, for example, WWE McMahon is being charged with trafficking because he convinced this girl who worked for him to have sex with a bunch of dudes, and they consider that trafficking. So don't think it's kids; it's just anybody who is running an operation. Women can traffic other women, so just a little education.
And the difference with trafficking in that way, what Vince did, and a brothel in Vegas is just it's legal in Vegas, right?
Well, no, it's not legal in Vegas. It's legal 3.5 hours outside of Vegas. There's two towns that do it. Not that it seems so silly to me to spend this stupid money to go out 4.5 hours to have sex with somebody that's just okay because it's a gimmick. I mean, you can find somebody in a club, just hang out with somebody. You don't have to do that. And there are massage parlors all over the planet. You don't have to do all these weird things. I mean, come on. You think everybody needs an Asian massage? I mean, stop it.
I don't know how stressed you are. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Well, you know
sometimes, man, I'm so stressed that I'm like, oh, if you could just work this stress out and then let me have a cigarette and a Gatorade, and I'll just be fine.
I met the Orlando SWAT guys. They've laid it down for me. They're going, this isn't trafficking. These are women in their 40s and their 50s that make, $150,000, not taking anything off, put it that way.
And you know the difference, though, James, though, there is like a difference too between pimping and trafficking. And that is trafficking is easy.
Ooh, that is true. Pimping ain't easy. Pimping.
I'll take the rest of the night off, guys. You want to put some points on the board? I'm gonna rest my knee. I'm gonna rest my knees here. Yeah.
That's like one of those jokes we all got like 3 seconds later. Oh, that was
good. So Jeff, from a legal standpoint,
yeah,
like weed became legal in certain states, and we thought that would never happen. What about prostitution? Basically, do you ever think it'd get to a point where it could go to different states and
we are one federal case away from it being legal across the country?
What
if a woman gets up there and says, listen, this is my right to sell my body? Right. The minute a single woman wins in a federal courthouse, it's nationwide. And that's all it takes.
To me, and of course, no legal expert. It kind of seems to me if an individual woman or man not working with anybody else, just wanted to say, hey, this transaction is going to cost this much. To me, I like I said, I'm no legal expert, but it doesn't sound like it's, as long as the transaction's under a certain amount of money, so the taxes, all these things I get would come into play. But it doesn't seem like it's a crime. I can understand them being like, you can't run multiple people who are selling their bodies for sex and make money off of it. Maybe there's something there that I could see more of being illegal.
Yeah.
But a woman or man just saying, I'm a good adult, X amount of money is what I would want you to give me for sex, doesn't seem to be illegal. Because I mean,
it's a morality crime. It's a morality crime. But here's where I dump that completely, and you're gonna love this ending. And this is the ending.
Is it happy?
Shooting porn. Yes. Shooting porn. A woman is paid to have sex with another dude on camera.
Right.
Yes.
What's the difference?
Right, man. Dudes and women
There's no difference between porn and selling yourself to a stranger, because some porn is, oh, this is my fan porn. This is I met this guy outside porn.
Yes.
So you are doing it now. So if they're going to say this is legal, then how is this not? And I'm telling you what, it's one lawyer going, you know what? We have this place in Idaho where we're broke. We are broker than broke. So let's figure out how to do it. And that's how Vegas wound up doing gambling, because there was a city that had no money. And they said, if we bring gambling in, the taxes are going to pay for it. And the same with,
the history professors 59 years from now. And they're like, gather now, children, and turn your mind borgs on to hear the story of the people versus OnlyFans.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say this, Jeff, when weed was illegal for so many years, it was a moral thing, right? That's what it was, basically.
Yeah, it was conservatives, and they're going, it's a gateway drug, it's everything else like that. But yeah, one thing about when you bring in anything that alters the mind, people are going to get hooked. People are going to lose their ability. People are going to lose their jobs. And then you're going to increase homelessness and everything else like that. Like Colorado is suffering from a lot of crime now because of legalization. There you're making a lot of tax money, but you're also increasing, areas that you don't think about, like crime.
So if they were going to go
prostitution.
after things that
Yeah.
changed your mind or altered your state, when are they going to shut down 8,000 Starbucks?
I don't know, $6
Or when are they
an
going to
hour.
make? When are they?
Yeah.
When are they going to make sex illegal altogether? You know,
right?
I
just
don't think
let
I think sex and alcohol are two things that they can never get rid of again. And they tried to get rid of sex. They try to get rid of alcohol. We just won't have it.
That's
And I
right.
think that's when people go, no, we want this.
yeah, because
And-
Right.
30
then
days
people
into
choose.
no sex and alcohol, people are like, all right, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
That's right. Now, guys, we got a little bit of time left before we go. Want to thank everybody for listening tonight. Miguel, where are you going to be this weekend, brother?
I'm not going to be anywhere this weekend. I'm going to be in Dallas, Texas, March
Nice.
3rd, or excuse me, March 2nd through March 5th. But I'm not going to be anywhere this weekend.
Gotcha, man. I'm actually going to be at the Orlando Museum of the Art. I'm going to be there hosting the celebration of the arts. It's for the people who do scholarships
Art?
and resources for kids looking to go to school and higher education. So you guys can come check me out there. You look at my social media, you can get tickets. Jeff, my good man, what are you going to be on this weekend?
Well, we have the Under Oath podcast, actually the over air. I forget it's both on 104.1, and we podcast it too from 7:30 to 9. James and I will be doing that.
Yes.
And, it'd be nice to have a weekend. So I'm looking forward to having a weekend because I've been working, I think it's now 28 straight days.
Good
So it'll be nice to
God,
get
man.
off. But we had fun, man. And thank you. I want to
We
thank
did.
both of you. I had such a good time with both of you.
Oh, yes.
You
I
know,
forgot.
man.
I'm so sorry, man.
And it's
Yes.
you at Jackie's and then at Madcaps, and it was just so fun being able to work with you outside of Orlando because then we could just lose our minds.
Yes,
Which
we
is
could.
fun,
And I
in
did.
town we got to be a little more concerned, but when we're somewhere else, we can just feel a little
In
looser.
town, I'm wilding out. I'm like, you're going to take me to jail? Tony Black works at the jail. He's a comedian friend of mine. Tony Black, give me an extra pillow. They mouthing off.
Gotcha.
A bologna
Single
sandwich. There you go.
Gotcha.
Singles
Now we got to
tell me,
get out of
Tony.
here. We got like 10 seconds left. I want to remind everybody for the next All for the Money show, you guys definitely need to attend. Go to whenyouneedus.com/event. My name is James John. That is Jeff Coffin. That's Miguel Galone Jr. Thank you guys for listening to Real Laughs. We'll see you guys tomorrow.